Good morning, everyone. I'm Syd.
And I'm Macky.
That's Macky. So we both woke up this morning. Actually, I woke up in the middle of the night thinking, oh my God, we leave for Chile in 2 weeks. And while that is awesome, we are not ready. We have some granola with blueberries and yogurt, 2 eggs, avocado toast, and coffee.
I'm substituting coffee for a 3rd egg.
Oh, that's how it works. My parents are out of town for like the next week. They're taking advantage of us as dog sitters. So we are in charge of keeping these 2 numbnuts alive for a whole week. Hey Blitz, he's deaf. And then there's this one. Hallie. She's slightly less deaf. So these dogs are 17 and 12 respectively. So keeping them alive for a week might actually be kind of hard. So we're really hoping that they don't go on a hunger strike because my mom's not here.
The main thing that we're really hoping to tie up is the fact that we have contracts from basically no sponsors at this point. Actually, that's not true. We have our Shimano contract, so that's good. Yeah, the rest of our sponsors, like, we've been in discussions with them. We're pretty sure we're getting contracts from them. We just don't have them yet.
Like, your biggest job as a sponsored athlete is to send emails to no one.
No, we send it to someone.
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels
true.
like. Is you just like send hundreds of emails into the ether and then you wait. And then you send some follow-ups and then eventually people get back to you and it's all okay. But this part is just not very fun.
And this isn't that surprising. This kind of always happens every year. It's January and we're like, new year, like where are our contracts? And then we eventually get them and it's not a big deal. We're kind of hoping to get them before we go to South America so that we aren't trying to coordinate getting contracts, getting them signed, getting stuff ordered and all that with questionable internet along with contracts. We also are waiting on bicycles, and obviously this is kind of a big one because it's very hard to race without a bicycle. And our understanding is that our production Jamis bicycles are on the way.
From China.
From China. So hopefully we will have them in the next like week or 2, theoretically.
Which is cutting it close, so we're like a little nervous about that.
Cutting it a little close, yeah.
But there's nothing really anyone can do about it.
No, like well, obviously if they could have gotten them here faster, they would have, but boats are slow. So as long as the boat doesn't capsize or something,
which
would really be a bummer, we should be okay.
We are going to the gym. First, we have to unplug the car. So my parents have an electric car, which is awesome. Pure strength workout?
Pure strength. Or
body weight workout. That's...
No way, we're doing pure strength.
No.
Oh no, are they closed? No, basketball courts. We're good, we're good.
It looks so dark.
I know. Tinted windows. All right, what are we doing today?
Dumbbell bench press, invert row, front squats. I don't even know what a glute ham raise is. Ow.
I wonder if they have one of those machines here. I think they do.
Is it not this thing right here? So we're trying to figure out how to do those glute things with the available, but there's a big inconveniently placed metal thing. Nice. Oh, bad idea.
We can't do them.
Today in bad ideas. gym. Macky just got stuck in the door.
It happens.
So that's how we're feeling after that workout.
Yeah, more or less. We've had some people ask about the details of some of our workouts, and that's something that we include in the description on Patreon. So if that's something that you are into and want to know about, you can head over there and see all the details of what we did today. We're working on our grocery list, and I have a question for you guys. I personally think that adding ground beef to a orzo salad, by the way, I'm sorry I'm squinting, it's really bright.
He wants to put ground beef
in
salad.
In orzo pasta salad would be just fine. And Syd doesn't believe that it goes well. She says that if you put the ground beef in a sauce and then put it over orzo, that would be okay.
Yeah, because an orzo is just like a normal noodle and you have like a normal
It would be
sauce.
Delicious, but we're not gonna do it because she doesn't want to.
There's no ground beef like floating in your pasta salad. We just went grocery shopping and we paid with our phone.
And scanned everything.
Scanned everything with the phone and paid with the phone. They've had these like scanner widgets for a while, but today Macky found out that he could do it with the phone.
It's pretty much the
so
best
literally,
thing ever.
yeah, literally we just walked around the grocery store and scanned things on our phone and then walked out.
Pay and then left.
Yeah.
I like
It's
it.
amazing. Who knew you could do that? It took us a while to figure it out, but we did figure it out eventually.
Man triumphs over the machine.
Do you ever have one of those days where you're like really tired and hungry and you just went grocery shopping while you were hungry and you're like, I have to eat bacon and cheese and macaroni and cheese with bacon and green chili? Do you have those days? Because we're having one of those days. And because we are grown adults, we're allowed to do whatever the heck we want. And today, that is making bacon, green chili, mac and cheese. We got a letter from a fan, I think a young fan. We only have a picture of it because we're not actually at the address where it ended up. But she says, "Dear Syd and Macky, thank you for my stickers. I really freaked out when I got them." She also wants to know if we're gonna change the logo now that I cut my hair. I think my hair will grow back in time for us to still be using the logo. So that's good. And so it says, "Macky, don't get hurt anymore."
Good advice. Well, so far not doing so great on the getting logistics done, but killing it on the training. So we had some awesome mac and cheese, bacon mac and cheese. Now we're gonna get on our bikes, go do a couple-hour ride, and then if we get back and there's enough time, we'll try to do some of those logistics. Otherwise, tomorrow, our recovery day, will be logistics day.
So we are gonna go for a road ride. Macky's getting the bike set up. Basically the trails here are total soup. As you saw in our last vlog, we did get out for a quick mountain bike ride and then it rained for like
3 more days?
3 days straight again. So maybe by this weekend stuff will dry out. For the moment we're just on the road, which is actually really good for us. So we're gonna get really fit this winter from all the aerobic road miles. Luckily I absolutely adore my road bike, so yay.
We're about halfway through our ride, 1 hour, 12 miles, and we're trying to make sure that we are going to go the right direction to get back.
We could take Hawks to back behind Fox Lake.
All right, our 12 miles an average is still fairly close. We have about 400 feet of elevation to gain between here and the house, so it might be hard to keep that 12 miles an hour average. This is where it's gonna get harder to keep our 12 miles an hour average, because we are definitely not doing 12 miles an hour right now. Do we make it?
We made it.
Yes.
We good. We
High five.
Feel even a little better.
Oh yeah? Dang!
Yeah.
So fast! So we just mentioned to you guys that we were waiting for contracts, and we actually didn't plan this. We got a contract today, but we can't sign the contract yet because there are changes that we have to make. So it's just part of the game.
We were gonna make a simple meal because we're tired from doing a gym workout and a ride today. But then we, I don't know, forgot that we were gonna make something simple. Started out, we were just gonna make potatoes and burgers on the grill. I made some salt crusted potatoes. And then I decided we needed some pesto. So I made this amazing, it's tahini and a bunch of herbs. So you can pretty much make pesto whenever. It's from the Eat, Train, Adventure blog. We'll put a link in. It's so good, I'm addicted to this. And now Mackie's making apple cobbler.
Apple blueberry.
Apple blueberry crisp.
Yeah.
Gonna be really delicious, but like so much for simplicity. We don't do simplicity very well.
No.
Is that correct?
But we do awesome.
We do awesome. I'm making an apple crumble, apple blueberry crumble. All these apples are seconds from the farmer's market, and like the whole bag is like $7. It's like 20 pounds of apples or something, and they're fine.
Totally fine.
I don't know why they're seconds. They're better than fine. They're like the best apples ever, but we can't eat them fast enough, so we're making a crisp. I guess they're kind of ugly. That's probably why they're seconds. I don't think they're ugly. Assuming they taste that good, like who cares? It's got a spot.
You're just gonna eat them anyway.
Exactly.
All right, blueberry time.
More, more.
More, more.
Yeah.
When we decided to make apple crisp, Syd was like, let's make that really delicious one that I made like a week ago. And I was like, good idea. But then she didn't want to walk upstairs to get her Kindle, which has the recipe on it. So she's like, I'll just wing it, which I was not surprised in the least to hear because Syd cannot follow a recipe. No, she can't. She cannot.
I didn't follow it last time.
She'll be like, all right, I'm gonna follow a recipe, and then she'll get like 95% through, and there's like one thing, and she's like, I don't think we should do this. And so I'm pretty sure she just can't follow a recipe. Like it's something deep inside that won't let her follow a recipe. But admittedly, her food always turns out great, so I can't really complain.
Here's the thing, recipes on the internet are just written by people on the internet, like us.
Oh my God.
We don't know what we're doing. People writing recipes on the internet don't know what they're doing. So this one was from a cookbook.
Everyone's just making it up.
And I didn't follow that one either. It wanted coconut oil instead of butter.
All right, let's see how it looks.
It looks terrible. It looks like she didn't follow the recipe at all.
Looks like she didn't follow a recipe, but it looks pretty good. Now how's that for an awesome looking burger underneath a lot of things with pesto and delicious salty potatoes?
Kind of ruined it for me with the ketchup.
I like ketchup.
No.
What do you want, Blitz?
Why are you begging?
I'm not begging.
Blitz. Every time you go to and from the kitchen, you have to step over Hallie. There's Mackie washing some dishes. Oh, stepping over the dog. She does not care at all. How you doing? Yeah. Those sad eyes to the internet. No one feeds you at all, huh?
This, friends, is the truth about recovery days. Recovery days are really hard.
Because you're really tired and grumpy and hungry.
And you don't want to do anything except eat and drink coffee.
Yeah, so I'm on my third espresso.
And we've done a pretty good job on last night's apple blueberry crisp.
I had some for breakfast. Did you not have some for breakfast?
I had a little bit around breakfast time.
I knew it.
It's true.
Yeah, coffee.
It's sort of like a half mug of espresso. I'm not really sure that counts.
It's not really espresso. I was just reading about this actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because espresso this is like a steam coffee machine. It is really strong, but espresso technically like puts it up to a way higher pressure.
Interesting.
But I suspect the strength is similar, but if you were actually a really, like, that's why like the AeroPress is closer to an espresso, because you're actually like exerting pressure on it, whereas this steams it.
So it's like the reverse of an espresso.
Yeah. And fun fact, so this is a Violetti mocha pot, and Mr. Violetti was Italian, obviously. When he died, he actually got buried in a coffin that looked like a mocha pot.
That is really weird.
Read a really great article about mocha pots. I can put a link to it in the description if anyone else is like as big of a nerd about coffee as me. But yes, he got buried in a giant mocha pot.
Today is a rest day, so we actually can get some of these chili things that we need to get done. We're gonna go up and check out a new bike case that someone sent us and wanted us to try out. So we're gonna go check it out. It's got some kind of neat stuff in it that we're excited about, which we'll show you in a second. But mostly we need to confirm that our bikes will actually fit in it, because if they won't, not a whole lot of point in using them.
There we go.
Got it.
We got new bike bags.
Yeah, these are the
Pretty excited about.
Yuletex Jupiter EX. And they basically sent us an email and asked us if we wanted to try out the bags, and we were like, yes, sure we do.
We've been using the Shimano bags before, which really like the way they pack, but the wheels have all died. Our attempts to add other wheels have been pretty failed.
And this thing's got some cool stuff like a built-in scale.
Which would be really nice.
And a built-in theft tracking device, which would be also pretty nice. So, let's see it.
See what we got.
Oh, good wheels. Here, show off the wheels, because that's what I'm...
$100 wheels, but it looks pretty short.
Oh yeah, solid wheels. Nice. Oh, that's cool.
My name on it.
No way!
Yeah. Thanks.
Yes, awesome. Oh, this is cool.
Did you see these? Did you know they had these?
Yes. Do you know what they are?
They're inflatable packaging things.
Yes.
This was supposed to be our invention, guys. No, seriously, Mackie and I thought up this idea like in 2012.
It's true.
Maybe it was like 2013. I don't know. We were like, you know what would be the best is a bike case that's entirely inflatable. And this isn't entirely inflatable. Oh, the packaging is inflatable.
Which is really cool.
I'm not sure where
I'm impressed so far. I really am. Like, it packs down really nice.
I'm just worried it's gonna be too heavy with our heavy bikes.
Yeah, well, that's what we'll have to find out.
At least they have a scale.
So this is the built-in scale on the handle. So you like lock it closed, then pull it up. It just takes a little battery. And then this is Nut Find 3. Which allows you to like track stuff. So we'll have to look into that, and I think it requires a battery too. So.
Wheel bat. Oh, these are nice.
Oh, those are internal like wheel. That's really nice. Ah, yes. Little. What's a baby hat?
This case is really intense. Probably like a little overbuilt for our purposes because we abuse our bikes so much that they don't need to be quite as protected. But this is pretty cool because you can basically go from a hard case to essentially a soft case.
So those are four rigid
three rigid things, and then, sorry, four. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Syd can count.
And then you put the inflatable,
which is right next to you there,
pouch. You blow this up.
I think you might even put it in first and then blow it up later.
Probably a good idea. Otherwise it'd be like wrestling a pig.
Wrestling a pig.
Yeah, so you put this in.
Wow, that is really impressive.
You put this in with that and that, like your bike is gonna be really, really protected. Because we always overpack, we might either just do these and not do the rods, or one way or another, just to save some weight.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool that that's an option if you had a really delicate bike. Unlike our monster. Okay, the reason we're testing this out is because we have like the world's longest bikes, so we're like a little nervous about the size. And we don't want to find out like when we're packing our bikes, like 6 hours before we have to get on an international flight. We don't want to find out then. This actually fits really nicely. So that's good. We were kind of worried.
Off, which I generally do anyway, but it fits in there like perfectly, and then this Velcro's there. And then we'll take the handlebars off, which we always do anyway also. And then these sides will just zip into place.
That's pretty sweet. I think it's pretty well thought out. I'm pleased.
Extremely.
I'm curious how much this whole thing weighs.
Yeah.
But of course the wheels aren't even in there, and we know our wheels are heavy.
It looks funny like this.
Ready to go!
Alright, try out the scale. 50.51. That doesn't seem that surprising to me. Yeah, but the wheels are, you know, gonna put it close to, what, 55 probably? Maybe 60? Wonder what our wheels weigh.
5 pounds each, at least.
You think so? That's sad.
It fits.
It does fit, and we think it weighs, including wheels with airliners in them, 62. So it doesn't leave us a whole lot of extra for adding other things like we normally do, but that's also with all the protection, which we may or may not be including. And also, I look kind of like a weird, washed out, naked mole rat right now. See that?
I don't know what to tell you. It might be real.
It might be real, oh no. Now for the ultimate test, let's see how well it rolls, because that is a huge deal when you're going through an airport and you're like lugging your bag with you, especially when you have to go through customs. That's when we really got into it. You like show up in a country, you have to pick up your bag, you have to bring your bag through customs and then drop it off somewhere else, and we've had nightmares doing this. So we're gonna see how well it rolls. Good.
We're going to the pool.
Hooray.
So,
the pool,
you excited to go swimming?
Be my least favorite of our types of training that we do.
Yeah, Macky hates
It's actually
swimming.
definitely my least favorite.
We've been swimming like once a week, kind of helps us add some training volume without, you know, hurting ourselves with spending too many hours.
Just to add insult to injury, there's a bunch of people behind me over on the other part of the pool who are on the swim team and actually know what they're doing, unlike yours truly who has no idea what he's doing. So now I'm gonna look really bad. Our pool workouts aren't so much workouts as they are breathing exercises while swimming. Good job. So we do some just kind of standard laps to warm up and cool down, but most of the stuff is underwater breath holds or on the back kicking, so the focus is a lot more legs and breathing than it is actually swimming. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss next week's video where we get some exciting news and then head to Ray's indoor bike park in Cleveland.
I'm ready to report to you.